Hello and welcome to Naveed for Speed. This right here is the Peugeot 508 Sports Engineered and it looks pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited to drive it. This is Peugeot's new direction in which they're going. I mean, Peugeot in the recent past have changed their branding, changed the logo, changed the mission statement, and now changing their cars. So this is Peugeot's way of competing with the big boys, the German rivals like Audi and BMW, and they are going to do that through electrification, through hybrid engines or electric powertrains. So this is the sports engineered vehicle. All of the sports engineered vehicles are going to be electrified through some way or another, but that's how they're going to compete with the German rivals. I mean, the car itself looks pretty imposing, pretty mean, pretty impressive, particularly with this front big bumper. I mean, it definitely has the presence on the road. You get some of these sort of lime green colors just to show that it's electrified. Coming around to the side of the car, you get quite a lot of fins at the back there as well. Makes it look quite impressive. And again, you get loads of lime green electrified brake calipers on the back. You haven't got those, but yeah, it looks pretty good. This is the Sportswagen version, which I imagine will be more popular. In fact, I think Peugeot say that it's going to be a 60-40 split in terms of people who want the station wagon and the fastback. At the back as well, you've got a pretty mean looking diffuser. It definitely and the mean looking back bumper as well. Definitely looks like a rival to something like the Audi S4, but yeah, it does look pretty impressive, pretty imposing. And of course, in the back you've got this impressive amount of boot space as well. I think it's 530 litres, so yeah, definitely a good all-round car. It can you can take the dogs out for a walk. In fact, we've got some dogs out on a walk over there as well, but so yeah, you can a good all-round family car, I think. But what's it like to drive? Let's have a look what it's like to drive.
For the Sports Engineered division, Peugeot have combined sportiness and technology to create something which they call Neo Performance. This comes at the perfect time since Peugeot have also announced that they will return to the World Endurance Championship in the Mans Hypercar category from 2022. Simply put, the 508 Peugeot Sports Engineered is the most powerful production car ever built by Peugeot.
Right, so here we are then inside the Peugeot 508 Sports Engineered station wagon. And to begin with, I've got to say, really nice and smooth. Just comes off the line nice and easily. None of this jerking you back or anything, just nice and comfortable. Already from what I can feel, the ride is a little bit harsher than I would have liked. Obviously I would have liked this to be a nice and comfortable car, but it's still pretty comfortable, still pretty forgiving. It's pretty nice, pretty smooth. Steering feels great little experience. A great experience to actually turn the steering wheel. The steering wheel, as you might have noticed, is a little smaller than usual, but it's a very interesting shape. I really quite like the shape of the steering wheel. And then you've got this digital dash in front of you, which does somewhat impose your view, impede your view, but it's pretty nice. The graphics and everything on the digital dash and the 10-inch screen are pretty nice, and it is a nice place to be. The seats hug you nicely. When I first got in the car, I wasn't a big fan, but they do actually hug you really quite nicely. At cruising speeds like this that we're on currently, the car feels nice and refined, nice and quiet. Again, I am going to say comfortable, but not quite as comfortable as I would have liked, because I'm definitely feeling all the bumps in the road. This car produces, well, the 1.6 petrol engine produces 197 brake horsepower, and the front electric motor, and the back electric motor. The front electric motor produces 108 brake horsepower, and the rear electric motor produces 111 horsepower, which means that if you put the car in sport mode, it will give you a 0 to 60 time of 5.2 seconds, which for a car of this size is very good actually. And it means that as a daily, as an all-rounder car, you'll get performance if you needed to call upon it. Aside from that, I mean, it's got lane keep assist, it's got all-round parking sensors, It's got the full works. It's got the creature comforts, and it drives pretty good. The electric motor does fill in for when you're at cruising speed, and of course when you need to get the performance out of the car as well. So it's first impressions pretty good. The materials as well. I actually thought the materials wouldn't be as nice as they are, but I am actually quite impressed with the materials. I'm not going to go as far as to say that they will rival their rivals of Audi and BMW. There is a fair few plastics about, but I'm still pretty impressed. It feels premium, which is where Peugeot are trying to go. And there's some nice, again, lime green stitching everywhere, just to show that their electrification. Nice and comfortable, great car. The future of Peugeot. This is the direction that Peugeot are going in. I think they pulled it up pretty well. They made the car from the outside and from the inside look pretty spectacular, and it is definitely appealing. It is a car that you want. So yeah, if you are wanting, I mean, this car could be a next company car. It's pretty good to drive.
This station wagon version of the Peugeot Sport Engineered starts at just under £56,000.
So with the electric motors that we've got in the car, when you need to extract performance out of the car, it's available for you. So at cruising speeds, when you want to call upon the power, put your foot down on the accelerator, without hesitation, it's ready to propel you down the road. But it still remains comfortable throughout everything, and that's the main thing. I think cars like this, particularly a car that you can use every day, you don't want to sacrifice any comfort for performance, and this car definitely does not sacrifice any comfort. Again, I'm going to say that I would mention that it's, again, not as comfortable as I would have liked, but it's still fairly comfortable. I think that's to do with the suspension, which is stiffer than the previous version as well. So yeah, I think Peugeot definitely going for that premium feel, and definitely going for more sporty feel as well. So that's the new direction of Peugeot. Peugeot's always been able to pull off things relatively well, and yeah, I'm definitely quite excited to see the direction that Peugeot are going in, and how it's going to fare for them. I think there's a lot of success with this car coming soon. So yeah, I look forward to that. A great car. If you're thinking about buying one, go out and buy one. It's good.
Peugeot call it a technological offensive strategy, and they're ready to enter an era of energy transition with enthusiasm.